Hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, the Ravens got the dub. And Lamar looked absolutely amazing. Where's all the people that said he couldn't throw? Where's all the people that said we were going to lose? Where's the Bengals fans that said we were going to get over on them? Lamar is 7-1 versus you guys, isn't it? The only time the Ravens lose to the Bengals is if Lamar's not there. If he gets injured and stuff like that. It's the only time. Try to tell them. Now they're going to have to learn. I will say this. The one thing I will say about this game, because there were parts that I agreed with and I did not agree with, was the lack of urgency in the fourth quarter. Let me tell you something right now. That really did irk me. It bothered me. Kind of pissed me off, to tell you the truth. Here's the reason why. Because what ended up happening is that Lamar had to turn into Superman to eke out the ending of the game, right, for us to get the dub, and it was not needed. Let me tell you something. We were hot. We got the ball back. We're up 10 points. You go for the jugular. That's what you do. You go for the throat. You make sure that team, right, that you try your best to go score 17. At the least score a field goal, right? No, they were like, we're going to run, punt. We're just trying to run up the clock. Up by only 10 points. Then the Bengals come back and score. You know why? Because they're going to play up-tempo. You know why? They're going to play with urgency and pace. These are the things that will hurt the Ravens in the future. I'm sick, and it has to be a hardball thing, because we can't say that every offensive coordinator that wants to do that. This is a John thing. John wants us to do that, so we do it because he's the head coach. But we have to be able to go for the jugular, you know what I'm saying, in those critical situations, right? Because some teams will make you pay for it. Like Kansas City, they'll make you pay for it. Buffalo, if they find their way, they'll make you pay for it. Certain teams have the weapons and the requisite players to come back even from a 10-point deficit with 7 minutes to go. This is like the NBA now. The NBA, when you were up 9 with like 10 minutes to go or something like that, you were good. You're like, ball game. Right? Because for one, the game was slowed down more. People weren't really shooting threes too much, and it was more of a mid-range game. But now, 10 points is nothing. Why? Because everyone's bombs away. And if you get hot, you can hit 3-4 of them straight, and you're up. You know what I'm saying? Three makes. You're back in the game. Even if you get fouled, you can go up. So these are the things that I want rectified from the Ravens. Now, there's a couple plays where I felt like Duvernay, I didn't like him. He pulled up on a couple of the plays that kind of bothered me. Another person that bothered me at the beginning, Mark Andrews. But you know what I'm going to chalk it off to? I'm going to chalk it off to Andrews being rusty. Real rusty. Knocking the ball away from Odell for the touchdown. Missing and dropping the ball on almost pretty much the next play, and then half-hearted running a route to the out and looking at Lamar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that energy. I didn't like his body language at all. Now, once he caught a touchdown, it was like, it's like he found his groove. He's back to being Mark Andrews, right? But before then, he looked very cumbersome. He didn't look like he wanted to be out there, and I didn't like his body language. Now, a lot of people are going to come at me for saying that. I speak what I see. If you don't like it, talk to the eyes. I don't know what to tell you. That's what I saw, and multiple people in my stream that we just hosted said the same thing. So it's not just me, and I know other people said the same thing that probably weren't even watching the stream. So that was another thing. But Zay looked amazing. Aguilar looked very, very good. Duvernay could make more plays. I feel like he's half-stepping. And I'm really, really looking for Bateman to make more of an impact this season. I like what I see from Bateman, but I think he needs to be used more. You know what I mean? OBJ looks like he has an ankle injury. That's another thing. OBJ's injured. We haven't been able to come out of any of these games without injuries. But the biggest thing I'm going to laugh about was the O-line looked way better with Mustafa and McCarry. I didn't see one errant snap. Not one. The snaps were coming right here tomorrow. Tomorrow was like, beep, beep, beep. Perfect. Was there any pressure from the left side all game? McCarry looked like a man amongst boys. But you know why that is, right? This is why a lot of people have been saying the preseason matters. Because those guys that are not coming in were playing all preseason. The physicality of the game, they're already accustomed to it because they've been playing. This is part of the problem because you don't want to play your starters too much during preseason for risk of hurting them. But for the most physical positions, you need them to get those reps, to get their bodies acclimated to taking hits and stuff like that again. O-line is a very physical position. Guard, tackle, center, the whole nine. You're bashing your head against the wall for 4 quarters. Hey, that's what they're doing. And plus on Ronnie Stanley's point, he was injured also. He was injured and he was rusty. That's a double-edged sword. So these guys, because they've played and got the reps, look way better than the starters. I'll say this. If McCarry comes out next week and looks just as good on the left tackle, I would say let Ronnie heal, right? And when he's ready to come back, put him off at right tackle until all the rust is knocked off. Then you can move him back to left. Moses, part the Red Sea and sit on the bench. Let my people go. Straight up. I don't care what no one says. Moses didn't play bad today. He actually had a pancake block on one of the DBs. But we're going to need Ronnie. And I'd rather McCarry be on the bench in case anybody else goes down. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Keeping him was an amazing investment for the Ravens. Because this man's come in and played for us right tackle, left tackle, guard. And he's played amazing. Amazing. Mustafa looks like a starter. Hey, bro. Mustafa, he was moving people off the blocks. Moving them. How do you think we were getting some of those big runs? Moving them. And they were just as equally good in the pass pro as in run blocking. Yeah, we're going to need that to be rectified. And that's just my 2 cents. I know some people are going to come at me and be like, oh, Nitro, you don't know what you're talking about. And blah, 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 blah. I told you guys about the O-line, didn't I? Didn't I say that there was a possibility that Ronnie could get re-injured? So I've been calling a spade a spade. If you feel uncomfortable about it, that's because you're uncomfortable with the truth. That's all it is. And I don't care how you feel. And this is for you. So, like I said, good game. We got the win. We're up. The Bengals are 0-2 in the division. Like I also said, because I said that the Ravens and the Browns play them well as long as they're healthy. But I didn't know that I was talking about that either. Bengal fans are in the house punching air like, oh. Bro, I love being a Raven fan. I love it. But guess what? We got the dub. On to the next one. Let's get everybody as healthy as possible. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that McCarry should stay at left and let Ronnie Stanley heal? And then after he heals, he should come back as right tackle to knock off the rust? What do you guys think? And what do you think about OBJ's injury also? Do you think it's going to be a problem that we have to move forward with? I want to know. And did y'all see Mike Evans today? Unstoppable. Almost 200 yards receiving. Called that one too. But I've been wrong. Tank Dell had 2 bad games, right? Subpar games. So I didn't call that one right. So I'm not perfect. But I've been darn close. And that's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. You know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. And everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you have not done so already, check out the Wonder Kid Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of absolute content goodness available for your pleasure. So, try that out. Give it a take and let me know what you think. At the bottom of the screen also is a QR code if you want to donate, just to donate, and it's for a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is money sign, The Wonder Kid Show. Real easy. And that helps out with new equipment and stuff like that. And that's big help. So if you want to do that, that's how you do it. But once again, this is The Wonder Kid Show. This show is not just signing off. And as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.